Everybody, welcome and good afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to another OpenPad Web3 Game Online Pitching Day. So this is Pitching Day. I am Gabriel, CSO of OpenPad, and I'll be your host today. And we're here with some amazing people. I'll just run around the room, see if anybody wants to introduce themselves in a moment. But we're about here to get started, and I want to start off by mentioning a really awesome partner here, the Sei network. And today, representing them is Jason Lim, our good friend. Jason, do you wanna maybe say a few words before we get this thing rolling? Jason, are you here? Okay, we'll give him a chance maybe a little bit later on. All right. But anyway, together with Sei Network, OpenPad, we're looking to shed the spotlight on some game-breaking gaming projects, and we're looking to foster some growth within the Web3 ecosystem. As we were talking earlier in our little our lounge, let's call it the green room before this event, there's some talk about what's coming, and everybody seems to be cooking really hard in the background, but I think it's time to shed some light. So hopefully that's what we'll do today. We're going to do a pretty rapid round. I was talking with some of the pitching projects, and we're like, 3 minutes, that's super fast to get your ideas out there. But hopefully they'll be able to share something that'll inspire a little bit of hype within us. We'll have 5 minutes for each of them for Q&A by our panel of VCs. I, of course, can also ask some questions if need be. But we've got some awesome projects. We've got Dragon Ninja, Avaric Saga, Astronova, GPT War, Rage Effect, Space Mavericks, and Dark Machine. In that order, I'll give you a heads up when it's your turn next, so you can get yourself ready, grab that last cup of water before it's your rapid fire round. So I would also like to thank the VCs, and maybe we'll just go around the room, and if there's any VC that would like to introduce themselves, they can take this opportunity to do so. Anyone would like to just say hey?
Hi, Ricardo from Protein Capital.
Nice.
And thank you. And yeah, we're very excited. The games that we're about to see actually are the short list from a very long list of projects. So
the list gets longer and longer every round, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Ricardo? But this is not your first rodeo, so we're glad to have you back for this, and yeah, looking forward to connecting you with some awesome projects.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So I will take the second word. My name is Vlad. I'm from the Only VC, and I want to say just a few things. A new financial year just came, and we need to just go into that stream. And as Only VC, we already invested in gaming at this financial year. So guys, just try to impress the VCs, and let's go into our deal flow.
Nice. It seems like gaming is due to come back around again. There's been a lot of focus on AI projects and that kind of stuff lately, and now it feels like we're getting back into the meat and potatoes and the good stuff. What we really enjoy in this space, or what I personally am super excited about, is to see more of these games get some funding, get some recognition, and put out some amazing products. So hopefully this is just the beginning of the conversation. Anyone else from the VC panel that would like to say something? Mike or?
Yeah. Just want to
Nice.
say that I returned from KPW. That's why I may seem so tired a bit. But we are investing, helping projects with fundraising and also helping them to expand to Russian-speaking countries by managing some KOLs.
Nice.
I think most of these gaming projects, and to tell you honestly, they are really amazing. So waiting forward to get some more info about what they are cooking, and yeah, happy to discuss it further.
Perfect. And I think that rounds out our panel of VCs for the moment. Am I right, or am I missing somebody? Larissa?
Yeah, we're good here, but not sure if Jason like goes back because he just told me that he facing some problems that he can't see the screen. But now hope that he can
I
maybe
can
come
see
back
the
here.
screen. Can you
Yeah,
guys see
yeah,
me?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
now
Yeah,
we're good.
it works fine now. It works fine now. I just have to switch to my other com.
Okay, perfect. All righty. So that's pretty awesome. Jason, did you want to say something about Sei Network?
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone.
Great.
I'm Jason. So basically, for context for Say, we are the first parallelized CVM, and in fact, we're actually the fastest blockchain right now. In the whole space. Gaming has been a new vertical for us. We started going to gaming, I would say 2 months ago, and then we are going very heavily into games. I think over the past 2 months actually, we onboarded like at least 16 game studios. We have more than 20 games that's being on Say right now. Some of our games have already gotten like 2 to 300,000 on-chain users. So I think that's pretty good numbers for just like for 2 to 3 months, right? And then on this page we hope to see more games grow the space on GameFi. Doesn't have to be on Say, but generally as long as gaming works for blockchain, I think it's a win for everybody else, right? So yeah, that's all for me.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool to see when those technological leaps kind of make that transition into starting to put numbers up like that. And so it's a really awesome time. And I think all these games are excited about what Sei can offer. So I think we're ready to start getting into this. So we're going to start off with Dragon Ninja. So we'll give Dragon Ninja maybe a minute or so here to prepare themselves, shake out all the wooblies and whatnots, and get ready. And we'll kick it off in just about 1 minute. You'll have 3 minutes to pitch, and then we'll do 5 minutes for Q&A from the panel of VCs. And hopefully we can get through enough that you guys will be able to build a meaningful connection afterwards. So in about 30 seconds, we'll get ready. Yep, go ahead, throw on your presentation mode, get your presentation up and running, put on your camera so the VCs can see your faces if possible. And we are getting ready to rock. So I'm just gonna get the timer up and running. And you have 3 minutes starting. Are you ready?
Yes. Do you
All
hear
right.
me? Yeah.
We hear you loud and clear. 3 minutes starts now.
Hello, everyone. I'm CEO and co-founder of Dragon Ninja, which is a play-to-earn and player versus player plus a sharing revenue protocol built on Say and powered by Say. Our inspiration game did come from the Survivor IO, the famous game that did come in 2022, which has over 50 million in download and over lifetime revenue of $500 million. So we've designed the same game and we've seen that it has generated over $500 million in revenue. It's very easy to play. We've designed a same gameplay, which you will have 1000 plus monster on the screen. You can play with one finger. You can also have casual ninja style. This for the gameplay, and have 3 different level, which is the rampage mode, the multiple selection, and the combination skills. Basically, for our tokenomic, as you can see, we will be on the total on the launch. It will be 1% on TGE. We have designed and structured a very good tokenomic based on our advisor. So that's it for the tokenomic. Plus, for the play to earn, it will be player versus bots. We know how GameFi project do come and not do not come sustainable with the long term. So we've designed a dual token system, which is the Dragon Ninja token as the main governance token, and the DRED token as consumption token in the play to earn model. Plus, we have two kind of NFT which you can use. The gem NFT is the main key for the play to earn. It provide income value and attribute bonus. It can be also leveled up by merging low level gem NFTs. For the character NFT, it is in-game usable. So basically it will have a different set of characters, which is you can own gem NFT exclusive sale link and get sales revenue, plus you can grant a bonus to the income value. For our roadmap, we've already launched our mini game on Telegram, which has over 20,000 players from across the globe. And in November, we should be listing and go for the public sale. At the moment, for our mini game, like I mentioned, we have over 20,000 players, 17,000 at the moment registered in our game. Plus, the number of paying players in our mini game on TG is 658. For the main game that we will be launching in 2 weeks, which is the Survivor IO concept, it will be launched in 2 weeks on the Play Store and later on, after 2 weeks, on the Apple Store. We're still finalizing those two App Store fronts. For the team, we have a very qualified and good team, been in crypto for more than 3-4 years of experience. It's different, it's located in a different part of the world and part of the region. For the fundraising, we have, like I mentioned, backed by Sei, powered by Sei and Starbase. Our target amount is 1 million, the valuation is 15 million. For the sustainable growth, now we talk about the player versus player, because we've created something called player versus player battle royal, which will be in Dragon Ninja token, and 70% of those Dragon Ninja goes to the players, while the 30% go to a revenue sharing protocol, which will be distributed among investors. And this will make Dragon Ninja ecosystem suitable for not only gamers, but for gamers, players, and investor, because we've created three different model, which is the play to earn with the dual token, with the player versus player, which player can earn directly Dragon Ninja token, and the revenue sharing protocol. All of these 30% collected from the pool will be distributed among investors. Thank you.
All right. Not too bad. That was under 4. We're all good. We're doing well. We've got 5 minutes for Q&A from our VC panel. Elias, that was an awesome pitch. Very comprehensive, got to the point, some sweet salient points that I think our VCs appreciate. But I'm going to open it up to our VC panel for any questions they might have.
Thank you, Gabriel.
So I do believe I have a first question. So gaming, it's all about the users. It's all about the gamers. So I want to hear, like, what is your plan to attract new users and to grow community like around your project? You said around 20K you already have in your Telegram group. So I just want to hear a plan up to million.
Yeah,
What is your
so we've got in our mini game on TG more than 20,000 players across the globe. For the community expansion, we have already a Middle East community, a MENA region community built now. We're cooperating with multiple key opinion leaders from the region. We have also a Korean community and the global one, which hold the different players, different people from different countries. The main key to get user acquisition in GameFi is to make the game as simple as it can be, plus the integration or the back end. Let's make the front end very easily and friendly interface for the user, and the back end is like some clicks, you connect your wallet, even the deposit or all of these stuff are easily being done. So we're focusing on key opinion leader, on heavy marketing campaign with big media agencies, plus the PR, the press releases we're working on, and also the exchanges we've approached, the quest we're doing, and the strategic partnership we're building with multiple DeFi, Web3, also Quest platform. It's doing a good job in terms of user acquisition. Thank you, Vlad.
Fantastic. Does
Thank
that
you
answer
for
your
your
question,
answer.
Vlad? Alrighty.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
other
kind of.
questions? We got about 3 minutes left for Q&A. Mike or Jason or Ricardo or Vlad, you have a follow-up?
Yeah. I'm just wondering about the partnerships and integrations. Do you have kind of already big names behind your back? And if you would like to have, I just wanted to hear kind of the names.
Yeah, we do have at the moment Starbase, Sei, and World of Games. So I believe those three names are big. For little bigger names, we have multiple quests like Gulks and Quest N. We've collaborated with them and Interact. Plus, we're working with IBC Group, the one that Mario Naufal own, to launch Roundtable and Podcast plus some mutual campaign. We're on the final phases.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
have a question regarding the token. So can you expand a bit on how the token is used in the ecosystem, and is it necessary to use the token to play the game? Is it necessary for any new player to interact with the token?
Yeah, for the play to earn, you need to own the gem NFT, basically, which you purchases by Dragon Ninja token. And the Dragon Ninja token help you to buy stuff outside the game. Plus, the dual token system the Dread token let you buy skill set combination of not only skills but sword, equipment, etc. in the game. And the main token, yeah, will let you participate in the player versus player mechanism, which 70% of those reward will be gone to the winner, and 30% of those Dragon Ninja token will be going into a revenue sharing pool, which will be distributed for the Dragon Ninja stakers. So we've did this ecosystem or this mechanism to avoid having a inflationary ecosystem at a later stage, like we've seen with Axie and different projects, and focusing on deflationary ecosystem. So basically, in the play to earn, because players are playing against bots and earning money is easier, we've launched the dual token. For the player versus player, it's the main token that it can be in use. Thank you, Ricardo.
Great. Awesome. We got about 20, 30 seconds left if there's any follow-up questions, but we have Avarik Saga next up on deck. So Avarik, get ready. Any last comments or questions from the VC crowd for our good friend here with Dragon Ninja?
Just a last sentence from me about this. So guys, give it 20 seconds for only VC to know who are you, like who are you as a founder. Like 20 seconds of your background will be like even too much. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yeah, that's always a good thing to just quick introduce yourself. And with 3 minutes, I think sometimes the projects are like, oh, we got to tell everything about the project, but it's easy to forget how important that personal touch is, and how important it is for the VCs to understand who's behind the project. But I think we had a really great kickoff, and looking forward to the next one. Thank you, Vlad.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Avarik, are we ready? Avarik, go ahead and start sharing your screen. Turn on your camera if you're able. I will
saw,
go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting you. I just
No
saw
problem.
that our team said that Average Saga just informed us they will not be able to join the pitching because
Okay.
his flight is delayed and
Oh no.
still waiting. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, these things happen. So Astronova, you are next. We'll give you a couple minutes to prepare. I know you weren't ready to go on just yet, so we'll give you guys a minute. We'll just handle some admin stuff, and yeah, just a reminder: introduce yourself and try and get through the project. With about 3 minutes, it's really tight. I'll throw up an emoji when there's a 30-second. And then I'll throw up another reaction when your time is up. If you have to go 30 seconds over, like we did with Dragon Ninja, that's okay, because we do have that 5-minute buffer for your Q&A. So Astronova, as soon as you're ready, throw your screen share up. And if you can turn on your camera, then we'll know that you are ready to rock. So Astronova is up next with GPT War to follow. So GPT War, get yourself ready. Astronova is loading. Sharing screen is incoming.
Are you guys able to see my screen?
There we go. We see you. Awesome.
All right, awesome.
So
Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel.
Go ahead. Your 3 minutes will start in 5, 4, 3. Okay, you can go.
So, hey guys, my name is Faizi Ahmed, or you can call me DG for short. I'm the co-founder of Astronova. My partner Usher is also here with me for today's call. We're building Astronova, the revolutionary Web3 action RPG, first of its kind from Saudi Arabia, which is backed by Prince Turki Faisal Al Saud and incubated by Hashgraph Association. We're built on Unreal Engine 5, and we look forward to elevating the Web3 gaming to surpass the heights of the next generation AAA gaming in MENA and Sei. Our vision is to realizing the potential for AI, Web3, and UGC to shift the power away from traditional studios into the hands of the gamers themselves. So since we're short on time, I will go very straight to a little bit of the product itself. So here we're building an action RPG, and it's a free-to-play game primarily on PC and consoles. It's a premium AAA game with action, combat, and stunning graphics, and with a very immersive and narrative lore. We have AI agility, which includes internal workflows with our AI for increasing the development speed, as well as a better playing experience. We use immersive aspects such as UGC to include creator inputs as part of several campaigns for which will further elaborate our rich lore and character story. And for stability, we're building on OPBNB, IMX, ZKVM, and Unreal Engine 5. We plan to integrate more chains for an omni-chain presence. And going straight to traction here. So far, we've been building since late 2020, and so far, we have raised 2.5 mil across multiple fundraise rounds with over 600K plus followers on all our social media channels combined. We have over 3,200 NFT holders, which we sold out with a 10K and 6K NFT collections collaboration with Billboard artists Luciana, Crypto.com, OKX, and Due.gg. We have a net profit of around 250K during the period of 2023 and 2024. Presently, we have over 190K plus Black Pass unique users, which is our loyalty platform. And we won 2 international prestigious awards, the FWA and awards. Presently, our gameplay test is available to playtest on Steam, Epic Store, Game-In, and Ultra. And we have raised over 500K plus on our ongoing community presale. Our upcoming milestones is our Telegram minigame, which is under the Notcoin Accelerator, with the plans to onboard 1 million plus user acquisition by the end of this year. We were also selected for NTDP Accelerator, which is Saudi Arabia's government entity which supports startups for a stronger regional presence. We plan to release gameplay test iterations throughout the quarter, which will update the build on our game platforms and launchers. Our core RPG and design and development is ongoing, and we're planning to release our beta version sometime towards end of next year. So this is a bit about our partners. Oh, I guess we are short on time.
Yeah, 3 minutes goes super fast, but it seems like you have a lot of information. So hopefully one of our VCs will have questions that will maybe uncover some more of this this awesome story that you got going here.
Absolutely.
All right. Anybody from our VC panel would like to kick it off?
Yeah, I just have a question, kind of, what is your needs right now? What do you need like extremely fast, or what your needs in next three months? So Right now, we're looking for mainly for a strategic and investment support for a 400K allocation in our strategic rounds. And the rest of the, I mean, because most of the other rounds has been filled and the rest has been filled via commitments. So presently, our needs would be purely on the strategic round allocation being filled, as well as marketing support to make sure that our Telegram game is a success, even though there is the acceleration, of course, but for more user acquisitions in especially the C region, which we have an interest in, apart from the MENA, which we're already focusing on.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Can you give us a bit more visibility into the roadmap? You said that you're planning to launch the final version of the game at the end of year 2025. So from here till then, what do you have planned? I expect the tokens TGE will be when the game launches as well, right? And
No, so what we're planning right now is we have the Telegram mini game sometime launched in October, along with our Deviant's Webtoon launch. Now, these are all aspects to further increase our user acquisition, and we're planning for a Q4 token launch sometime in November, ideally. That's also the time we're looking for support from launch pads for closing our public rounds. And right after the token launch, we would be initiating our Black Pass Season 2, which is our main revenue stream, similar to how Dota is monetizing. And that will be ongoing for several seasons. And we would be looking for a beta test in the first half of 2025 with a more refined beta version of the game towards 2025 Q4.
You mean Battle Pass?
Yep.
Battle
okay, but
Pass.
what would be the demand driver for the token or even for the battle pass? Right, like next quarter, if it's still 1 year before they can play the game.
So we already have our game already is available on Steam and Epic Store. Our game is anyway free to play. You don't need tokens or NFTs to play our game. The primary Web3 aspect in our ecosystem comes from actual interaction within the community. So in order for the community to participate in different events, different contests, different competitions, they need tokens or NFTs. That is how the tokens come into play. So we have a UGC platform where community members can participate in different contests, creating assets in game, etc. They can win rewards that way. We also have a Telegram game which is coming up, which will have upgrades, paid upgrades. We also have webcomics which would be launching sometime, which there are freemans as well as paidments over there. All of this would require Revive tokens utility. This is basically how the community participates in the ecosystem. That is through the RVV token. We have a very detailed document about this, which we can share it with you as well.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, one
Mike,
more question.
anything to add? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Vlad.
Yeah, what the TVL right now?
TVL, the volume right now.
Yeah, total volume. Or
in
you're
terms
using
of
kind of users wallet, you count user wallets or something, just
okay, got it. So in our so Black Pass, which is our loyalty program, which is how our community members basically sign up to get their rewards. Through the Black Pass, we have 195,000 people who have subscribed. Who have claimed their NFTs. It's a soulbound NFT. Each time they get points, they have to upgrade their NFT. The points get recorded in their NFT. So we have over, I believe, right now we have a DAU of 48K on a month, on a daily active, daily 48,000 people interact with this platform. We have over 10 minutes is our, each user spends around 10 minutes on our platform itself. And most of our users come from these regions, MENA and North America and Brazil. Brazil was a surprising but very pleasant present experience for us.
Yeah, you're right.
Great.
Brazilian people are very gamblish, kind of that.
Yeah.
Good
They
region
get
for
Nobody
got-
expects Brazil, man. They just come out and they come out of left
Yeah.
field.
They come from
Yeah.
nowhere, right?
They come
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and you're like, where the hell did all these users come from? It's like Brazil, like represent Brazil.
but we have K Manu, who's he's an investor as well as a brand ambassador for us. He's one of the largest influencers from that space. So yeah.
Astronova is so bullish in Brazil that they hired a Brazilian as their CBDO. All right. Okay. So that wraps up our time for this particular section for Astronova. Astronova, great pitch. It was great meeting you guys. Thank you for giving your time and your energy to this. I think it was a great presentation. GPT War is up next. So while we're in the transition, go ahead. GPT War, throw up your share screen. Get that camera on, and we'll know you're ready to rock.
Sounds good. Just 1 second.
There we go. GPT War is coming in hot and looking snazzy. Are you ready to rock, my friend? Okay.
Yeah.
Your 3 minutes begins now. Yeah. Screen's coming in loud and clear.
Sounds good. Okay, so my name is Tom. I've been in the space for 5 years now. I started working developing software for charities to make the donation process more transparent. I left that company in 2022 and joined the board. Ever since, I've been focusing in Web3 gaming. 4 months ago, I founded GPT Wars. Basically, the whole idea behind GPT Wars is, we wanted to leverage the Ton narrative by being the first AAA game on the Ton blockchain. In that sense, since we have short time, I wanted to start by showing this trailer. I think video can show more than 1,000 words. So
Hey guys, I'm only one who don't see the screen or kind of that.
I can see the screen.
I'm seeing the screen. I'm just not getting any audio. Is that right?
I don't have no audio from my side.
no.
I don't see anything.
No audio. You're not seeing the screen either, Vlad. Okay.
Oh, that's a pity. So you guys are not seeing the trailer?
I'm seeing the trailer. Yeah, just no audio.
But not the audio. Oh, okay. Well, no worries. I guess we can just skip it. I can send it to you guys later. Basically, yeah, we've been working on this trailer for the past 3 months.
Okay.
It's built on Unreal Engine. Okay. Yeah. So I'll just continue. No worries. Yeah. So the game itself, right? We built it on Unreal Engine, just as Astronova. I think UE really allows you to leverage the graphic quality and latest in gaming. We're pretty early in terms of traction. We're in the pre-alpha stage. It's going to be available actually this week to test out for investors and different launchpad partners. In terms of where it's going to be available, well, it's going to be available both in Web3 and Web2 venues. Epic Games and Steam will go to Web2 venue, and Hyperplay and Elixir Games are the Web3 launcher. In terms of where it's going to be available, it's going to be Ton native. We want to leverage a bit of that hype that has been building up on Ton. And in terms of the other chain of choice is going to be Binance Smart Chain, because we think that for EVM you need to have some sort of presence there. In terms of our team, let me just go quickly. So this is our management team. We're more than 28 people working right now. We have offices in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where I'm right now, and we also have offices in Panama. Our CBDO is actually also Brazilian, so that's something worth mentioning. We have a lot of background from traditional and crypto. Some Daniel is coming from exchanges background, and Nestor, our CTO, has some background in traditional companies. In terms of our advisory board, we've onboarded the best. We are incubated by by Carbon Browser, which is the Web3 browser. I think second most used Web3 browser in the space. We also have some traditional experience from Stephen, which is a product executive in Mojang. I wanted to show you some gameplay while I talk, but I cannot really. If you guys cannot see the video, I wanted to talk about our go-to-market strategy. Just as Astronova, we're actually also launching a Telegram mini app, which is it's funny. I think it's really positive to be able to leverage a lot of that hype, and also Telegram itself, right? It has more than 900 million users. So just by being able to tap into that market, we can leverage user acquisition, and we can use Telegram as a funnel to onboard people to our PC game. In terms of our KOL traction, we onboarded more than 600 KOLs already. I wanted to show you our pinned tweet, which it's our trailer. All of this is completely organic. We can do a lot of growth hacking, which we know how to do, but to be honest, we prefer to just keep it organic. We started 2 months ago with our socials. We're already at almost 100K followers. You can check our social presence. It's more than 400 comments from real legit KOLs. And in terms of our launch strategy, we're going to be launching in late October or November. It all depends on the market conditions. We already closed Carbon Browser and Orify as a launchpad partner, and we're also talking with Polka Starter, Ape Terminal, GameFi, and a couple others more, which have also committed as well. So that's pretty much our current state.
All righty. So yeah, go ahead and throw the gameplay up in the background while we answer some questions. I think that'll probably be fine. Hopefully Vlad can see it this time around. I'm not sure what happened on that side, but also Larissa just mentioned post the link to the YouTube in the chat, so we can check it out afterwards if they were unable to view. VCs, any questions? First, a game on Tan. Thoughts, questions for our good friends here?
Hi, can I go? Can I go?
Go for it. Hit it.
How did you develop the game so fast? And what will you launch by end of October? Because you mentioned that you started only about 4 months back. And just wanted to understand what sort of game are you launching? Or is this just a Dawn sort of midway interaction kind of game that you're doing right now in October?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, nice to meet you, Pranav. I lost you at the end, but basically, yeah, we started. I think we characterize ourselves, to be able to iterate really fast. We are leveraging a lot of the existing code that UE offers. Actually, the founder of Epic Games itself, said that it's really powerful to be able to leverage some of the existing technologies to launch faster. In terms of how we're making a AAA game, right? It's not going to take just 4 months, right? It's going to take more than a year. We're planning to launch the full game in Q3 2025. The thing is, we have planned a lot of liquidity events and events that are important both for our community and for investors to be able to leverage on. We have the launch of our Telegram mini app. We're going to be rolling out some new features, throughout the year so that people do not lose interest. We're also doing incentives campaign. We're going to be focusing on esports post TG. So there's like this whole roadmap in terms of what is going to be happening after TG for the game, because something that we know is that people lose interest in GameFi after the token if there's not real utility. And in terms of how we've been able to just launch so quickly is that we leverage a lot of the existing code in terms of UE, and also we have just a really good execution.
Awesome.
How much have you raised so far, and what terms are you raising at right now?
So far we feel that our seed round, market's pretty tough, to be honest. But the good thing is that launchpads are all self-committed at this point. I've discussed with pretty much all of them. We have more than 100 groups with different investors and launchpads. It's just that we don't really want to push the relationship too far, because we know that VCs are not really deploying. But I guess you guys can answer me that. In terms of how much we raised about 150K so far. The rest has been completely bootstrapped by the team. We're trying to raise about 2.8 million. Valuation is also really attractive, as you know, some Launchpad partners said themselves, like Polka Starter, and CDFI as well. They said that it's really refreshing to see 5 million FDV for launch. I think we are seeing like this tendency of having high FDV launches. And to be honest, that's a red flag for retail investors. No one's really investing at highest FDVs at this point. So 5 million for public is really interesting. And then we're also raising our private at 3.5 million, which I think it's also really, really attractive, with decent release at DGE as well, and a low IMC of just over like 480K. Thank you.
Any other questions, Ricardo?
Can you explain a bit about the mechanics of the game? I see it's a shooter, but is it like PvP? Is it a campaign? And what does the token, how does the token interact in the game?
Sure. Well, first of all, nice to meet you, Ricardo. In terms of the categorization of the game, it's a FPS survival game. So if you ever played Call of Duty Zombies, it's kind of like that sort of mechanic where you gotta survive different rounds of robots. In terms of the characteristic of it's multiplayer, so you can play with your friends. That adds to the social aspect. In terms of how the token comes into place, I think we've seen a lot of the traditional play-to-earn mechanics like Axie Infinity, which have those Ponzi-nomics mechanics which don't really work anymore. It's unsustainable, and we think that to be successful, especially in the upcoming mid to long term in Web3 gaming, you need to have a game that resembles more like to traditional games, right? You need to have a game that has sustainable revenue models like Web2 game does. So we're gonna have all the way from like microtransactions with loot boxes to selling skins, upgradables within the game, and so part of that revenue is going to go directly to our token. And the good thing is that if the game does well and we're good at selling the game to Web2 users, then Web3 users are also going to be able to to do well as well. So we're always going to be sustaining the price of the token through our revenue.
Makes sense to me. Build a good game, and people will come, and it looks like you guys are on the right track. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the VCs for the questions.
Thank you.
We're out of time, and next up is Rage Effect. So I'd like to thank Tom and GPT Wars for sharing their game with us. As always, throw additional content up in the chat. That's totally fine. We'll make sure people get hold of your videos and that sort of thing. And we'll look forward to seeing more from this GPT Wars title in the very near future. It feels like you guys are already on the recipe for the right way forward, getting the game out there early, finding out what's working, what's not, listening to your users, allowing user-generated content, and kind of designing those things. So good stuff. So Rage Effect,
thank you.
When you guys are ready, go ahead, throw up your shared screen, get your camera on, and we'll know you're ready to rock. Again, I will throw up. I'll try to remember to. I get too involved in watching the pitches, and sometimes I forget to throw up the emoji. When you got 30 seconds left, I'll throw up an emoji, and then another one when your time is up. Like I said, if you have to run a few minutes or a few seconds over, no problem. But I want to make sure that we have enough time for our VCs to ask those questions. So. And actually, that's probably the most valuable thing you can get right now is if you can answer those questions and the VCs are satisfied, they are much more likely to contact you afterwards, at least in my opinion. So thank you for Tom. And looks like we're ready with Rage Effect.
Hey guys, yeah, can I start?
Yep, go ahead. Your time starts now.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll try to keep this quick because 3 minutes it's gonna rush by. But hey guys, I'm Kern. I'm the founder of Rage Effect. Been building this game with my team for about 4 years now. Started off in the pandemic in my third year of college with my cousin co-founder at the time who came in as the chief architect. And we were spending about $150 a month on a runway or as a burn. and apply to some hackathons to fund the company further. Thankfully, won those sponsored by Polygon, IPFS, Falcon, etc. Then we got an investment from Solana Ventures in April 2022. Since then, we built the PC game, the mobile game, got partnerships with some big guys, but let's get into that real quick. So Rage Effect, effectively Web3's first to play cross-play shooter. We're partnered with PlayStation and Xbox officially. We're going to be live on console around this time next year. We have about 120,000 plus organic users. We're backed by Mixi, one of Japan's biggest gaming publishers, Nazara, which is India's only publicly listed gaming company. Also executives from Epic Games, Remedy Entertainment, etc. Our team is ex-Assassin's Creed, Sims, Anno, Zana. We've worked with Netflix, Goldman Sachs, Boeing, etc. But not too much time, so let's keep going. Traction-wise, we're live with betas on PC and mobile, but most of our user base, as you can see, is on mobile with 120,000 plus downloads across both iOS and Android. Our DAU rate is 1,200, MAU is close to 10,000 now. We've only spent $250 in marketing ever, so maybe the CPI number is not the best metric, but yeah, we did achieve 1.9 cents in our CPI with our publisher Nazara. Rage Effect effectively is a free-to-play shooter game inspired by Counter-Strike and Doom. We built on Unity, that's why we can be cross-play so easily. It's a PvP 8v8 maximum with game modes like Team Deathmatch, Free-for-All, Capture the Flag, etc. The big value that we see is that we focus on the game first, not really on the Web3 elements, because gaming is all about having fun, right? And as gamers, we understand that primarily. We also introduced some new USPs, such as battle arenas where communities can build their own battle maps, and then they can have, rage guilds or rage wars inside those maps, so they earn passive income through that as well, through renting these arenas, so they build themselves, and we give them the mystery packs to do that with. So that's pretty cool, and that's a new thing that we're building as well. Rage guilds is one more cool thing that we're building, which is where anyone can create their own guild inside Rage Effect, and that's going to be an on-chain DAO. They can invite up to 50 people there. We've had communities, we've had NFT projects that have done that inside Rage Effect, so that's a big way to get through UGC. Why India? So 2 main points here, guys. Number one, if you look at PUBG, before it was banned, it had a revenue of $150 million per year. But really, I think the big thing now is, if you're a gamer, you might know this, right? There's a game called Black Myth Wukong, and it's done incredibly well. It's a single-player game. It has, I think, 20 million concurrent users, which is a record for a single-player game. It's got $800 million in revenues in, I think, 2 months, close to 2 months. So a lot of Indian VCs that I know and also don't, they reached out to me because they feel there's a huge opportunity with us doing something India-related with the Rage Effect. So just wanted to throw that in as well. And we're speaking with them. Regarding the token itself, so think Call of Duty with all their battle passes, season passes, we're doing the same thing, but we're tokenizing that, right? And then there's a reward mechanism for people who pay and buy the battle pass. And then there's an 80% cap on that in terms of assets and rewards through the token. It's all detailed. We don't have time for that. But in short, how do you accrue it? By winning matches, climbing leaderboards, completing missions, leveling up the battle pass. How do you spend it? By playing these missions, purchasing special items, customizing, upgrading your characters and skins, and then obviously as access pass for certain seasons inside the game. Financials, we're backed by Solana Ventures and some more people that I'll show very quickly. We've got grant offers from a lot of chains. $2 million, actually close to $3 million now. We're raising $4 million at a 30 mil val with about half committed. The roadmap next, we're looking at a TGE in December. I feel like I'm short on time. So these are some investors.
Always short on time.
Yeah, a quick thing, guys. We're backed by, as you can see, a lot of Web2 names, Nazara, Mixi, a lot of Web2 partners as well. We've got Gate and BitGet confirmed, but we're looking at KuCoin, who our investors are pretty optimistic we'll get. This is the team. We worked at Zana, which is Japan's #1 metaverse, worked as consultants for Boeing, Goldman Sachs, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed as well. These are our advisors who are executives at Epic Games, Remedy Entertainment, the guys who won Game of the Year for Max Payne 3 and Alan Wake 2. Yes. And hopefully, we also have K-Manu, by the way. So we've got some Brazilian entities here as well. But yeah, I'll stop now. Hopefully I've not crossed.
Let's give some space for our VCs to ask any questions they might have. Great presentation. They're really fast, but I think this is quite good. So hopefully we have some questions. Anybody from the VC team?
I have a question regarding the traction that you showed. So those numbers are reflecting what? Is this the PC beta? You have the PC beta and mobile. Are these versions of the game, I mean, how advanced are these versions of the game that the people are playing?
How? I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. How?
How advanced? I mean, is this the final version or?
Oh, no,
or is-
no. No, these are beta. So I mean, it's very close to the final version, yes, because we keep on iterating it. I did forget to mention we have publishers, right? So Nazara, like I said, India's biggest gaming company. So they're publishing us. So with them, it's always an iteration. So we're taking this in a Web2 route. We also have advisors, like you saw from Web2. So every month we're iterating on this. We're getting feedback from our users, but I would say the final version should be out by the time we have a TGE early December.
So
That's
early
awesome.
December this year, you'll have the final playable version?
That's correct.
Okay, and these traction numbers are like a beta with limited options.
No, we're free to play. So it's just people, and we've done, like I said, $220 in marketing. So it's just free to, we made the game, we put it out there for the world to play. They're playing it, they like it. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is still just organic traction, basically.
I mean, apart from $220,
community.
yes, it's all organic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There was another question from a VC as well.
How
Yeah,
is your
it's the
30
same
million
question.
round going? How's your 30 million round going?
Sorry?
How's your round going?
Million round.
Oh yeah, so we paused a fundraise. We got a few commitments, a lot of community VCs, family offices, a lot of Indian VCs as well recently because of Black Myth. But now we're sort of resuming it again. I'm going to be a token, so I'm going to be meeting some big VCs. The way that or some tier one names also, the way that I like to operate is I always feel like getting the best partners, the biggest names behind you is how you want to operate. That's how I've tried to do things as well. So that is my focus primarily. Howsoever, for the short term, we are raising funds for IRL events, right? So I'm going to be speaking at a few conferences, be it blockchain, be it gaming related. So just having IRL events set up over there for our community. That's primarily why we're raising right now. Oh, by the way, we also have a booth at Token, so please come over.
Super cool. Okay. Any other questions from the VC panel? Alrighty.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome.
Also, a lot of great projects.
Yep. Well, and I think that I think people will definitely stop by at the booth to see you guys at Token 2049. Those that have representatives there. I know that Sei and Larissa are there, so I'm sure they'll stop by and say hi. Awesome pitch. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your game with us. And we are looking at Space Mavericks is next up. So thank you, Karn, for sharing Rage Effect with us. We're looking at Space Mavericks up next. So Space Mavericks, as soon as you're ready, go ahead and throw up the shared screen. Janus has got it going. Go ahead, turn on your camera so the VCs can see your pretty face. There we are. There he is. Say hi, Janus. And we are ready to rock whenever you are ready to rock. So let us know.
A quick mic check. Can you hear me?
Mic check, loud and clear.
All right, perfect. Yeah, okay.
We already got a comment. Ooh, I love this type of gameplay. So we're off to a good start.
Cool. Nice. All right. Yeah. As you can see, Space Mavericks is Angry Birds meets guns and space, or Angry Birds with worms on steroids. Basically, like the archery game from back then, which you know as Worms or Angry Birds. We are reinventing that. We are taking the concept and make it modern, fast-paced. And some quick words to myself. I'm Yunus. I'm the CBDO of Space Mavericks, and we have been building this game since early 2020. And yeah, moving on. We have commanders and spaceships in the game, meaning the game is like a hero-based MOBA type game. So you have unique characters with unique abilities, as you can see here. We have 4 playable characters as of now, and the game, like like some key aspect or key points of the game, is that it's an artillery action game. It's real time. It's not round-based like Worms back in the day or Angry Birds. It's multiplayer and it's cross-platform. Already in our MVP, it was cross-platform for iOS, Android, Mac, and Windows. And yeah, we've also done a lot of game tests back then, and like with communities, with Web3 communities, and so on. Quickly to like some words to the monetization and NFTs. So NFTs, like you have your spaceships, you can use them as skins in the PvP mode, or you can customize them and upgrade them in the PvE mode. And the PvE mode is essentially you and your friends versus a boss, like versus an NPC basically. And regarding the NFT stuff, we can dive a bit deeper into that in the Q&A section. But our roadmap right now, we have had an on-chain airdrop campaign which lasted for like 1.5 months, and we just soft launched our Telegram game Boss Hunt last week, and we will have a full launch this week with a marketing campaign attached to it, and we will have a free mint end of this month as well. And yeah, so we have allocated over we have allocated whitelist to over 470 plus communities, and we will launch our alpha game, like the main game will be launched on Telegram as well. Right now we have a mini game, which is like you're tapping at the boss, which is like in the Space Mariners universe basically, and you're upgrading your fleet, you're mining planets and so on. Like it's an alpha type game, but the main game itself, Space Mavericks, will be available on Telegram in October. And the idea on listing, we're looking at the same time as of the game launch. So we want to make it at the same time so that the token itself has immediate utility. And somewhat to the team, we are 3 founders. Mohamed is our CEO, Yuri is our CTO, and I'm the CBDO. And Yuri, by the way, is also Brazilian. So funny fact that we have a lot of Brazilians in the team. Yeah, so, and by the way, our whole production team is Brazilian for that fact as well. And our social media team is mainly from Philippines. We also have great advisors such as Asad, CBO at Medieval Empires, Furkan, ex-CDFI, current Divers, head of strategy, Jan, ex-Accenture, and also Atos and Syed and Simon. And we are also partnered with Compass, one of the biggest tech companies in Brazil. And we were also recognized by Google as a high potential game studio. Like we were an alumni of the Indie Games Accelerator of 2021, even back then with a very, very, very early like demo MVP type. And we were also nominated as the best multiplayer game at Gamescom in 2021 as well. Here are some of the partners. We are invested by Bitward Capital, Brainbox Ventures, 21 Ventures as VCs, and also Seed Hunter as like a community-based launchpad type of platform. And other than that, we have a grant by Wombat, and we also are an alumni of the SPOS Vietnam Blockchain Association accelerator, and also are partnered with NEFTA and CLS. And yeah, so that's awesome. Space Mavericks in a nutshell.
Whew, got it in there. All right. So any questions from our VCs?
Yeah, I have just one question. So in your pitch deck, you have kind of partners, and there was a logo of CLS. Is it a market makers, right?
Exactly. Yes, we are lucky to have like CLS as our market maker.
Okay, I got you. They're a great friend of mine.
Oh,
so
amazing!
Already making connections. finding those lines. Love it. Any other questions from the VC team, from the panel?
Maybe not from the VCs, but maybe more from Sei. I'm just curious, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned your IDO and your listing is in October, which is next month, right? Are you able to share who are your listing partners, like what are exchanges that is confirmed working with you guys, and also Launchpad as well?
Exactly. So, like as for Launchpads, we have GameFi confirmed, and we are in talks with EngineStar and WePad. So as you know, like currently almost no Launchpad is raising, like except some key raises. So we're looking at late October. If the market stays like this, of course we are going to postpone to November. But our goal is to launch ASAP. So that's basically it. And regarding centralized exchanges, we have confirmation from Maxi, but are also in talks with Gate. So we are more likely to focus on Gate if possible. And yeah, so that's the current standpoint in terms of token launch.
Got it. And you guys are building on Immutable, I guess.
Yeah, so Immutable is one of the chains. Like we have a grant by Immutable, but we haven't deployed anything yet because we were waiting for the ZK AVM back at like last year. They didn't really have it at that time. But right now, all our NFTs, we have 2 collections so far, and the on-chain airdrop campaign was on Polygon. And actually, we also just got a grant last week by Polygon as well, by the community track, which is not much, like it's 35K Matic, but still, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah, Jason, you definitely count. If you ever have any questions, Jason, feel free to feel free to hop in when I ask for a VC panel, because I think we count you within that group, because you guys are also, Sei is always looking at supporting and helping projects. So yeah, we're kind of treating you, we're lumping you in with the VCs, even though it's not technically a VC, but you know, feel free to ask questions if you have any. Yeah, next up is Dark Machine. So we have about 2 minutes left. If there are any other questions here for Space Mavericks, and we'll let Dark Machine get ready. You got about 2 minutes to prepare, Dark Machine. Any other questions for Space Mavericks? I'm digging the that cartoony game style. It's something that really kind of triggers that pick it up anytime, play for a little bit, have some fun. You know, which I think is really strong at the moment.
Yeah, I think the Angry Words plus Worms concept should be a lot of fun.
I mean, when I first heard Worms was going to do a NFT, I was super excited, and then it was canceled 48 hours later, and I was like, what a missed opportunity. It's like you had these super fun, cute characters, voice skins. You have so much potential for UGC. Are there any plans for UGC inside of Space Mavericks, where players
like
can
if you
build stuff?
Yeah. So like we will not have a feature where you're building like your own house or something like that. But what we are looking for, and this is a bit late, is that you have like user generated like modes, game modes, such as like you can imagine it as like mods in Steam, stuff like that. But it's like more towards like the later stage and not early.
Cool. Sounds good. Any last? We got about 40 seconds left on the timer. Any questions for Yunus? Alrighty. Well, awesome job presenting, looking fun. Also looking forward to see what comes of Space Mavericks in the very near future. Anybody wants to reach out, obviously they know where to get in touch with you, but always, and with any of the other projects that previously sent stuff, feel free to throw up videos or anything like that we didn't have time for in the comments. Happy to help support in those areas. All right, that's the end of our time for Space Mavericks. Thank you. Dark Machine. Dark Machine up last but not least. It's always kind of fun being the last one to throw things at everybody. It's you know, you're like, okay, it's the last one of the day. Hopefully everybody's not out of energy, but I think our VC panel is in and fully committed. So whenever you are ready, go ahead, throw on your video so we can see your shining face. And
indeed it is shining.
There we are. He's looking good. All right, ready when you are. Bright and shiny. I had no idea. That was
you had no idea.
Now, but did I?
Exactly.
Okay. You are good to go, ready to take it away. Your 3 minutes begins.
Sure. Thanks for having us. This is Dark Machine. My name is Tijan. I'm my co-founder at our company. And we are creating not just a Web3 game, but we're also creating an anime simultaneously, kind of leveraging the fact that our team is based in Tokyo primarily. We have about over 80 staff working on both the anime and the game, creating this original IP. And we also have a great Web2 and Web3 marketing team as well. And just to introduce ourselves real quickly, so our chairman, Takeshi Murakoshi, 20+ year game industry veteran. We're all like very long game industry veterans from the Japanese game industry, coming from prominent companies like Bandai Namco, Square Enix, Sega Sammy. Our chairman, he was actually the ex-M&A lead for Sega Sammy, so he's the guy that actually put Sega and Sammy together way back when. It was like over 20 years ago. Myself, 27th year of making games, started out my career making PlayStation 2 games, did lots of music games in the past, and then just kind of build myself up. Have pretty much built games for almost every genre, every platform, some you've heard of, some you've probably never heard of. Exited 2 companies in the past, and I'm on my 3rd right now. And yeah, we've got a great set of advisors as well. Not a lot of them, but they have been very important for us to get to going, especially in the Web3 space. And a lot of you probably know these guys as well. In terms of our partners, not going to go through all of them, obviously, but just the ones we get questions on. So yeah, we do work very closely with Immutable, so Mantle, especially with Immutable, working very, very closely with them. Also, we have as probably our earliest lead investor, Tencent. They invested us when we were still a Web2 project. Since then, they've transitioned with us over into Web3, although as you all know, they cannot publicly state that they are supporting us like that, but sure enough, they are. And finally, I should mention Fuji Television. We are in partners with them. They are handling the anime side in terms of production, broadcast, as well as working with the streaming partners, Netflix and Amazon Prime. For those of you who don't know Fuji Television, they're one of the 4 broadcast networks in Japan, so very large media company over here in Japan. And the game we're making, Dark Machine, it's an async big team arena shooter, lots of words there. It's essentially a 7v7 max 7v7 arena shooter that is mech-based. You know, if you think about Japan, you either think about samurais, ninjas, cute girls, or mechs. So we chose the most underrepresented one. And we've got a great team of creatives helming this on creative producer duties. Goro Taniguchi, he is famously known as the director of last year's One Piece film Red, so a big anime movie there, as well as the creator Code Geass. So if you love anime, you know this guy. Also on lead mech design, he's like a Tenjin. He's created mechs for Macross and Gundam, which are the #2 and #1 mech anime IPs of all time. So to have both of these guys on the same team making this new mech anime IP, we are very proud of doing so. We're also pushing this concept we call decentralized tournaments. It's essentially, if I'm to put it really simply, we're trying to become the YouTube of esports, essentially giving the power of tournament organization not to large companies or large leagues like has been in the past in Web2, but to give that power to the user. So the user on our platform will be able to essentially organize their own tournaments. Our platform put together the players, sponsors, streamers, audience, and leagues all together. And all this will be powered by our sponsors for potentially large rewards as well. So we do think this is a paradigm shift in how esports is not only played, but run as well. We've had some fairly good traction between Discord and X. We have over 250,000 followers. We've got about almost 250,000 wallets scheduled to receive the token in some manner or form. And we just recently released our Genesis NFT about 2 weeks ago. We were at top 4 in OpenSea for a little bit there. You can see our kind of totals as of, I think, yesterday is like 55 ETH at a floor price of 1.34. And only 4% have listed, so we've got pretty good retention on the NFTs as well. And you can see our kind of KOLs that we work with on a regular basis. In terms of the schedule, yeah, we just launched the NFT. We were at Comic-Con. We were at KBW last week. So that, you know, as you guys all know, like August and September is like a crazy 2 months for events and stuff. But the one I just wanted to get across to everybody is that we have a large booth presence at Tokyo Game Show at the end of this month. We've got a booth almost the same size as Tencent, actually. So it's a little bit scary, but yeah, we're going to be there. So those of you who are in the area, please come by. And yeah, that's about it. So
Perfect. Perfect. Let's get into the Q&A. I'm sure there's a few questions on this one. Thank you, Keiichi. Great presentation. Any questions from the VC panel?
Yeah, can you tell us a bit how much you've raised already? As I am assuming if you have 80+ people, you have quite a lot of monthly burn. So how much have you raised, and what is your timeline, your roadmap? When do you expect the full version of the game to be launched?
Sure. So we've raised a little over 10 million now up to this point through various private and public sales. And we are going to be releasing the first version of the game that you just happen to be seeing right here. This is playable in a playable state already, but we're going to be releasing this in early November, which is about when we're scheduled to TG and list. So yeah, that's the basic roadmap there.
Okay,
very cool.
Yeah. Oh, and I should just mention the anime is going to be coming out next year. So yeah, yeah, we do think it's a really good way to get in a lot of users in a very efficient manner.
Double pronged strategy. Double-pronged strategy. I love it. I mean, there's so much potential in a lot of these IPs, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna look at this later, after this is successful. But like the double-pronged approach, you've clearly got the backing to at least get that kicked off the ground. So super cool to see that. And I think that's something that a lot of people in Web3 have been looking at, is that kind of that cross-market potential for NFTs, digital goods, and the idea. Yeah. Tom, super cool. Somebody said, I love anime. So seems like the chat is also going off on this one. Any other questions from our panel?
Yeah, this footage that we're seeing, is this PvP? I mean, is that like that huge mech? Is that a player?
Yes. So yeah, I didn't mention. It's hard to mention a lot of things in 3 minutes, but yeah. So in the game, it's a team versus team. It's again max 7 versus 7, and the mechs that you saw right there, the mechs actually enlarge in size, and that's where the asynchronicity comes from in the game design. So typically, when you're playing a team versus team game, it's a very synchronous experience where like both teams will essentially have the same kind of capabilities. Whereas with this game, you're mixing and enlarge. So in enlarge is like a Russian Matryoshka doll. So like the small mech goes into the medium mech goes into the large mech goes into the even larger mech, et cetera, et cetera. So you can imagine kind of the collaborative kind of potential there, as well as like, getting NFTs for massive mechs would be really fun too. So, but yeah, those mechs that you saw all on screen are all players.
Nice, cool.
I have a question. From the investor standpoint, what the kind of potential exit options beyond the exchange listing you have right now? And second question, what the valuation right now, and what your goal valuation?
Sure. So right now we are actually setting up a final sale with some big name launch pads right now at 50 million. We are looking to launch at 70 million. So that's what we're currently looking at right now. In terms of our exit options, I think when you look at our kind of partner roster, that gives you a little bit of a hint of who could potentially be acquisition targets. Well, they would look at us as acquisition targets, not us being So yeah, I think that's some of the question there. I do also think that there will be some M&A going on as well in the industry. There's just so many games, there's so many projects, and how can they all be sustainable? So yeah, I think there will be some of that going on. But we hope to work with our partners for a long time. Again, Tencent, Fuji Television, we work with a lot of big name partners abroad as well as in Japan. Hopefully that'll help us.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Awesome. 30 seconds left to squeeze one last one in. Anybody got one? Hot one?
Nicholas here. I can, if I may ask a question.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so Web3 and anime, I think, when it comes to investors, they like either just purely Web3 or just invest in the media / anime side of things, right? Because from experience, I've seen Web3 companies that are trying to use, let's say, media style, like coming up with content to raise on that. I think it's very hard because Web3 investors don't understand the whole, let's say, the Hollywood, the animation kind of scene. So they won't invest in what they don't know. So my question is, for the entity itself, is it just under one entity, or have you thought of maybe splitting the entity and maybe forming a holding co, something like that? Or how are you seeing this play out? Yeah.
Wow, that's a very very sophisticated question. I would say right now.
So now I'm just speaking from experience.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. The entity map looks fairly complex, but if I'm to put it in a nutshell, essentially our company is called MX, and MX essentially owns the IP, essentially. So, and we have the ability to work with the game and as well as work with our anime partners. So we're kind of as a company central, and that centrality is what gives us the ability to publish the game as well as work on the marketing, stuff like that. So yeah, we do consider us, if you consider like a traditional Web2 gaming publisher, that's kind of what I see ourselves as being. although we are developing the game in-house, and the anime is outsourced, but we're working with a very close partner. So yeah, there's a lot of companies involved, but essentially we kind of manage it mostly all under our roof. So I hope that answers the question.
I hope so too. It's a fairly complex one,
Thanks for
and
that.
probably one that we can't dive into 100% here. But as with all of these, the time is just too limited to have these really in-depth conversations. But at least it gives you an idea that they're headed in the right direction, at least in their heads. And I think that's just a note for other presenters, having the video play during the Q&A is just a really great strategy, just to have that as your final slide so that it gives something entertaining. It obviously has inspired questions from the VC panel as well, and it really just it's a really effective use of your real estate, of your time. So really great presentation on that one from a technical standpoint, not just a content wise. And I think that wraps it up. I think it's been awesome having you all here and joining us for this pitch event. This has been the OpenPad in partnership with Sei Network. And really want a huge thank you to all of the VC panelists that came and donated their time. Obviously, they're on the look for some amazing projects, which I believe we definitely delivered today. The projects that we saw all really did an amazing job. The ideas, the concepts, executions, super great. Yeah, feel free to keep the comments going here as I close out. It was great to have you, Dark Machine. And all the rest of you, let me just check the comments. There's so many comments I didn't get a chance to hit so far. Happy to connect, says Tom. Huge fan of anime from marketing at OpenPad. Thanks everyone for the opportunity. Some mega projects on here. Super bullish, says Karen from Rage Effect. So yeah, I think even our fellow presenters were really excited about seeing what else is coming out there. It's time to see some hype put back into gaming. Time to see some VCs finding some awesome game projects. Lots of great games. Can't wait to see how Web3 gaming will be like in the future. Thanks, Jason. Also, thank you to Sei Network for helping put on this event. I think it wouldn't be as good without you. So really happy to have you here, Jason. Always nice to connect with you. I need everyone to open their camera. Yes. Thank you, Marissa. Everybody open your camera real quick. I know OpenPad wants to take a group photo of everyone. So if we can get everybody to throw on their camera real quick, give yourself some smiley faces. And let's see if my looks frozen. Nope, now I'm not frozen. There we are. And who else we got? Everybody ready? Open cameras. Participant. Let's see if I can get a different view. I've only got my mobile phone view, so I don't have the best view set up. There we go. I think we got as many as we're gonna get. 1, 2, 3. Give it a shot, Larissa. All right. I think we've got photographic evidence now that this thing has existed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Keiichi. Thank you, Elias. Thank you, Karn. Vlad, Ricardo from the VC team. You guys have been stars. Tom, Eunice, Jason from Sei, representing the great Sei network. We got Mel from BGA. You guys are awesome. Sherry from Geek Capital. Hope you found somebody to reach out to. We also got Rhea, George, Ante. Nicholas was in the house with some questions. Thank you, Nick. And Jose from Astronova. I think I got everybody. Probably missed a few, but it's been amazing. This has been an amazing pitch. I really hope some connections are made, because I can't wait to see literally every single one of these games in some in the very near future. So within the next year. Anyway, anybody needs to reach out to OpenPad. We're always here to help. Reach out to Larissa or myself, or directly to the OpenPad the marketing key user email box. Awesome time. Thank you everyone again. Any closing remarks from anyone?
I think I got we got some much here already. So
So much already.
I'll say yeah. So after the meeting, our team will check and we do the group soon.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks so
Have
much,
a great
everyone.
day.
It's our
and good
pleasure.
luck with
Our
all the
pleasure.
awesome
Thank you.
projects. Woo! Yeah. All right. We'll see you
Thank you so
guys.
much, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks for the
everyone.
opportunity.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.